So it is 6:35 a.m. on, I think, Friday, June 16th. It's June 16th, whatever day it is. And it's oddly white outside. I mean the sky, not, I know that the grass is green, that's not what I'm talking about. I think it's supposed to rain later. See, like this. Let's see. This. White. Okay, so now it's 8:15 in the afternoon, and it is raining. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, there you go. And I'm sitting, oops, if I get this thing to sit right, outside the Dollar General parking lot. And so, I'm not, like, how am I going to, I'm not good at segueing into anything. But as you know, I do genealogy, and I live in a small town, so I mean, there's, I don't know what the population of this town is. I'll look it up and I'll insert it into the little thingy where I type random crap. So I'll put it there. And, okay, so, one of the things about doing genealogy is I often know that I'm related to people who don't know who I am, even when they meet me. Like, because most people just know, you know, their brothers and sisters, their parents, aunts, uncles, and, like, grandparents, and maybe up to great-grandparents, if that. And, you know, they might know who their great-grandparents, brothers and sisters are, but beyond that, they're not really gonna, most people don't know that much. And so, yeah, so anyhow, the girl who is the cashier person who at the checkout lane is my third cousin once removed. But she, like, how do you tell people you know you're related to them without sounding like a creeper? Because the only way I know this is through research and looking up obituaries and things like that. Because, like, you can do genealogy and figure out who your grandparents were and who their parents were using, like, you know, census records and, like, if you can find them, birth records and marriage certificates, things like that. But you can also go, like, pick like your great-grandmother's sister, and you can trace her line forward, also using obituaries and things like that, because obituaries often include the names of the living, which is how I often do genealogy going forward, and which is how I know I'm related to this girl in here. But how do you introduce yourself without sounding like a creeper? Like, hey, I found your name in the obituary, we're related, you know. Like, I never could figure out how to do that one. So, yeah, and it's always something I thought I'd mention. I know I do genealogy, and I want to make videos of it in the future, and I'll probably include something like this in another video in the future. But I personally have not figured out how to get past the awkward stage of, like, introducing yourself to a cousin who doesn't know that they're your cousin. Like, I had to, like, look it up on my app, my Ancestry.com app, to figure out how we're exactly related. I know, like, she's my third cousin once removed, and it's, like, through the direct maternal line, so we have the same exact mitochondrial DNA. That's about all I know about her, but yeah. And it's starting to thunder, so I'm gonna go head on home. And she liked my cat umbrella, so I mean, she recognizes me as a customer, but not as a cousin. And here's I call this my kitty umbrella. It's, like, sopping wet right now. I have a tote bag that matches it, and I don't know where I got it. I think I've had it since I was about 9 or 12. You know those magazines like you get in the mail that are of, like, random products? It is one of those type of magazines. I think there's, like, a Harriet something, and that's the only one I can think of. It could have come out of a cat magazine. I honestly have no idea. I think my grand got it for my birthday one year. So I'm gonna go, and you'll see me later. Bye. Forgot to mention, another way you can trace genealogy moving forward is with Facebook, which is, I think, kind of obvious. Like, in today's times, that sounds like an old fart saying that, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, you gotta be. It depends on what people post on Facebook. What I do is, like, I'll just scroll a little bit through the timeline. Like, I don't want to read the whole entire webpage because that feels creepy. Photos are a good bet because usually they'll include photos of like their parents, so you can confirm that they are who they say they are, and you're not just on some rando's webpage. And like their kids, if you want to put those on your family tree. I do include cousins, like kids, but okay. So on Ancestry.com, their app does include living. If the person is living, it puts the information as being private so other people cannot see it. I'm not just putting people's information on the internet. No, I'm not going to do that. But if you are using like a family tree service that doesn't have privacy settings, the typical thing to do is just not include their names for living people, because we don't share that sort of thing. But yeah. So if you want to trace family trees moving forward, just for your own curiosity to see who's who, obituaries and websites like Facebook are good bets to go with. But yeah. So, yeah, because I know a lot, like, my family, like, my ancestors had a lot of kids, and it is dang near impossible to keep up with everyone. So, like, I mean, they're family members that we, like, in some cases, it's family members we talk to, but it's just trying to figure out how everyone is related that gets complicated, because, like, my dad is one of 4, my mom is one of, she's got a brother, sister, brother, 3, there's 6 of them overall, and then, like, my mom's grandparents. My mom's dad is one of 8, and my mom's mom is also one of 8, and then keeping up with all of them, and yeah. So, there's a little tidbit. I'm not sure where I'm going with this. I'll have to word this better in the future, but yeah. And should have worn this necklace earlier, but I didn't think about it because I had this ring to go with it. Just random. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just filming random crap right now. And that pose there is just lovely, tell you what. It's 8:35. I just set the phone down for like a few minutes. Not even that. So I figured, while I've got makeup on, I don't know if you can tell in this incredibly awesome lighting, and I'm just randomly filming, I figured I'd do a sort of update for this month, since I'm not really filming every day except for that plant. Oh, now the right plant. Yeah, that whole incident. So, alright. Finally applied for a job. Didn't really want the job, but my gran nagged me to, she about nagged me to death in applying for it. So I applied for a job at the local courthouse as a receptionist type thing. So I'm trying to get the lighting right here, and it is not working. But anyhow, it's been, I think from what I heard, it's like a 9-to-5 job, you know, and you've got to know like 5 systems that you've never even heard of. So I don't know if I'll get it or not, but we'll see. And let's see, bought a harness for the dog. I don't know if I filmed that or not. I finally got it. I got some pictures that I'll include somewhere in some video. Got it on him. It lasted a day before he tore it off. I mean, it's not, he didn't like pull himself out of it. You know, like when a cat wriggles its way out of a collar. No, he like tore the product, at like one of the little connecty things. So we're going to have to take it to a shoe repair place to get it fixed. Yay. Don't know where he's at right now. Probably at my grandparents' house, I'm assuming. I don't know. He's run over into the neighbor's yard before, so who knows where my dog is. Got a doctor's appointment. I need to have a physical with blood work before I can get my sleep doctor appointment set up, because apparently you need a referral for that. My gran scheduled the doctor's appointment because that's how she is. I'm 33 and my gran schedules my doctor's appointments for me. Do with that what you will. Yeah. So, that's always fun. I'll be impressed if she doesn't try to go with me. Like she did that ear. I don't know if I vlogged about my ear doctor appointment last year, or it was last year or the year before. Because I know I mentioned I have like this, I haven't had it in a while, this nasty thing that likes to grow in my ear. You so want to hear about this, my ear cyst, that likes to pop and bleed. Yeah, that's nasty. Yeah. And so we went to the, I had an ear doctor appointment to figure out what it was, to try to get rid of the dang thing, because it kept coming back. And my gran insisted on going with me. It's like, you don't have, like, my gran, with her, it does not matter that I am in my 30s, as in 30, random, not 3, whatever number I was back then. If she decides she's going with you to a doctor's appointment, she is going with you, and I have absolutely no say in the matter, despite being a grown-ass woman. And people wonder why I'm like snarky and sarcastic and want to leave, but yeah. So there's that. Got a bit of a. I'm surprised I don't have any more gray hairs than I already do. But yeah, that's the personal matter that I'm just stuck with. Yeah. So hopefully I'll get to go by myself to my physical. It's just gonna be a basic physical. I'm not having any like invasive anything done. Because yeah, I ain't about that. But yeah. So hopefully I'll also get to go to my sleep doctor appointment without her. The fun part is the doctor's appointment. What time is it? It's like at the crack of, it's like 9 in the morning, which is about when I go to sleep. I don't know if I'll have any sleep before I go to the doctor's appointment, but we'll see. And it's the 21st at, I forget what time. She told me I wrote it. I couldn't write it. I wrote it down. So where did I write it down? It's June 21st at 9:30. So, yay. So how that goes. And then hopefully I'll get my sleep doctor appointment. And hopefully the sleep doctor will have at least heard of circadian sleep disorders. Which I'm pretty confident I have. I've done videos on that before. I think I have. If not, let me know. I'll do another one. Or I might do one before. Because it's probably going to be a while before I get this posted. Probably be around September before I get this posted. I don't know. Maybe it'll be after September. I have no idea. Anyhow, I've got a video I need to work on and add music to. Yeah, that's pretty much that's all I've got going on. And it's raining. It's storming outside. That's all I got. And I am piss broke. So, hopefully, on one hand, I hope I get the job. On the other hand, and because of my sleep schedule, I don't know. It's just, I am not where I want to be at 33. I'm not where I wanted to be when I was 25, but hey, that's life. You don't get what you want, apparently, ever. I'm gonna go now, because this video is turning into something else. Okay, so another thing I forgot to mention about, like, going to doctor's appointments and anything health-related, really, in a Southern family is there is no such thing as privacy. Okay, so, I mean, thing is, I'm trying to think of something like, okay, so, let's say you have a sister, and you're really close, and she told you that she had, what's a really personal thing? Uterine fibroids, something like that. Or that you're a guy and you had testicular cancer or something, you know. See, if someone told you something like that, I personally would think that, you know, they're telling it to you in confidence. So, like, they just want you to know. In my family, if you tell someone that, they feel the need to tell everyone else in the family. Like, oh, hey, she's telling me this so I can tell everyone else. No, that's what I mean by there is no privacy, which is why I don't want people going with me to my doctor's appointment and wanting people to stay out of my business about certain things. So, yeah, that's a fun Southern, I don't know if I think it's a Southern thing. I know it's definitely my family thing, and my family's Southern. So, yeah, see, if I tell you something, I'm telling it because I trust you not to tell anyone else. Which is probably why I only tell my friends anything. And I don't tell them hardly anything about, like, I'm trying to unplug my phone here. But yeah, so that's why I never say anything about health-related anything except for, like, ADD and possible circadian rhythm disorder, which, by the way, does not count unless you have an actual doctor's diagnosis. Which is really fun with, I know there are certain conditions that people know they have that take them years to get diagnosed with because apparently the doctor's never heard of it, so it doesn't exist, or they just have a bad doctor. But here, in my family, the doctor's word is law. If, like, the doctor says you have this, then you have this. If they say you don't have this, then you don't have that. Is that making any sense? But yeah, mostly I'm going with the privacy thing. Because like, I don't need to know that my fourth cousin 5 times removed had breast cancer or what have you. You know, that ain't my business. And I'm just making that up. I don't know who's had what. I don't even know who my third cousin whatever removed is. I'd have to look that up too. But, you know, just certain things don't need to be shared with everybody in the world, related or not. Like, if I want you to know something about my health, I will tell you personally. Okay? Like, does anyone else have family like that? That, you know, like, if we're sitting at the dinner table and it's just me and my grandparents or me and my cousins or just family, I don't need to know that some random cousin had kidney stones. I don't care. I mean, I hope they're okay, but that shit ain't my business, you know? So, yeah. Okay. Bye again.